This here's the Joe Rogan Experience. He interviews Joe Pistone, who was actually better known as Donnie Brasco. Now, he's got some great things to say about Johnny Depp, and he goes pretty deep. So let's see what we got.
Joe Rogan Experience.
What is it like to experience all that and then see it in a movie? Like, what is it like to see a guy like Johnny Depp play you in a movie?
Oh, God, what an experience that was.
It has to be so weird.
It was. And you know Johnny Depp?
Yeah, I know him.
I love that boy.
He's a great guy.
I could cry, I'm telling you. I mean, what he's done for my family. Excuse me.
It's all right. Hey, he's a sweetheart of a guy. Like, genuinely. I've hung out with him a few times at the comedy store.
Yeah,
in LA. He's a very, very nice guy.
I love him. He loved my wife. Yeah. He just flew in January to have dinner with my whole family and my grandkids.
So the interesting thing to me here is, you got to remember, this is not even somebody Johnny worked with on a movie as a peer, acting with, or someone as a producer. This is a guy who a character was based off of. And apparently, Johnny got pretty close to him. Johnny's got no obligation to do that. Johnny's got a habit of getting close to people who are, let's just say, the little guy, for lack of better words.
Flew in from Spain. And my wife couldn't make the dinner. So the next day, he went and spent almost 5 hours with her. Yeah. And then she passed away a little while after that.
So that to me, it feels like a little thing, but it's actually pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. So Johnny Depp spent around 5 hours with Joe Pistone's wife, somebody that's really removed from an inner circle of movie making, because even Joe himself is removed from the actual circle of actors and producers and things like that. Hell, I don't spend 5 hours or 3 hours or even an hour with just like someone's wife because it would be the nice thing to do because they missed a dinner or something. That kind of leads me to believe that Johnny is the genuine article.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He really is.
I mean, he's genuine.
He's genuine. And it's odd. It's odd for a movie star.
Yeah.
You know, I meet movie stars and I always have this wall up because I always feel like, okay, I'm just going to talk to some bullshit person. You know what I mean? Like, I've met a bunch of them and they're not really there.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you meet one and they're really there, it's amazing. You know, like you realize, oh, they're just human beings who are in this very unusual position.
Yeah.
Where they're incredibly famous. And, you know, they're famous in a very weird way. They're famous for pretending to be other people.
Yeah.
And acting in films. And, you know them so well as, you know, a fucking pirate or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
or you.
We met in 96 and have stayed friends up until now. And he has stayed friends with my girls, my grandkids that he, that he knew since they were,
Yeah.
And now as adults. I mean, he takes phone calls from my one granddaughter.
Before his trial was going on, I had a conversation with him for half an hour on the phone in Hawaii. I was in Hawaii drinking margaritas in a lounge chair. And my friend Doug Stanhope, calls me up. He's like, "Hey, Johnny wants to talk to you." And me and Johnny were on the phone for like a fucking half an hour.
Yeah, I used to keep in contact with him when he was in trial.
what a crazy trial.
Yeah.
But that trial showed you who he really is,
Yep.
who he really is, and who she really is too.
Yep. Yeah.
And it just shows you,
Yeah.
you know,
I didn't know her.
you're lucky.
So obviously it's great that Joe Rogan has that opinion about the trial in Amber, which I share by the way. But this interview feels like not like they're trying to entertain an audience or put out some clips for content. It feels like they're really just kind of talking about Johnny. There's a lot of slow pauses. Joe's not pressuring him to move on and make things more exciting and fun. It just really seems like they're having a good, casual conversation. And when I see things like this, it leads me to believe they're being genuine. Like when you see Meghan Markle promoting as ever, they're laughing, they're chatting, they're cutting, there's no pauses, there seems to be these planned questions and things like that. It's just totally different. Anyway, I want to jump to one final clip.
What's amazing about him, Joe, is that he just, it's like a sponge, like we would just go out, go to dinner, go to lunch, hang out. And the next thing you know, he's talking like me. He has the same rhythms. Every once in a while, I clear my throat. He's clearing his. He was walking. We were on set one day, and my mother happened to be on set. And Johnny's walking away, and she's calling me.
Wow.
Because
the way he walked.
The way he had that little gimp. And
yeah.
I mean, he's just amazing, And he doesn't like prod you about stuff. He just absorbs it.
Mm.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, we kind of knew that. We knew Johnny's a good actor. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.